What's up, everybody? It's Bear with BearIndependent.com. You guys know that because you're at this stupid channel watching it. I'm here with instructor Eric and director Alex of the training division. Yeah, we have a training division now. I know, we're cool. What are we talking about, Eric?
All right, so today we're talking about wound packing. So we have an injury in an area that we can't treat with the tourniquet. So we're looking at our armpits, our neck, our pelvis, groin area. Can't put a tourniquet around that to stop the bleeding, so our next best option is going to be wound packing. So,
are you sure, though?
I'm sure.
Okay, I'm just checking.
100% sure.
Okay.
We try. So what we're looking at is we have a wound here. We have our hemostatic agent. This one happens to be QuikClot. QuikClot Combat Gauze comes in the Bear Fac. So
it does. Good plug. So, good plug.
Like I always say, if it's wet and it's got yours, don't touch it. So glove up before you love up. So we don't want to be sticking our hands in somebody's dirty blood. So put your gloves on, but for training purposes, we're going to show the wound here. So we have our wound. We want to pack to the bone. So we're not taking our hemostatic agent and just slapping it and covering it up because it looks gross. We want to get this down in here to where it can form a clot. So we start packing, continuously holding pressure, filling the cavity up. We're feeding it in, filling it up, holding pressure the entire time we're doing this. We don't want to let pressure go once we start because the clot will fall out or have to start all over again.
Right.
You can see it's a little bit aggressive and we're sticking our fingers in the wound. That's why we want to have our gloves on before we start this process. All right, so we've packed the cavity completely full. We take the remaining excess, hold it over. We're still holding pressure on it. And we'll get to where we can tear open our packaging.
And if the casualty here was in a position to help, you could ask them to tear that open for you.
Tear it open for you, or hold this in place and hold the pressure while I'm getting it going.
Great point.
So, place the pad directly over. We're still holding pressure. And wrap around. This works in the armpit, works around the neck. Don't wrap it around the neck. Directly, we want to go to opposite corners around. And give it a little twist to hold a little extra pressure in there. And wrap it around. We're going to take our remaining wrap. The cool thing about this is the ACE bandage has Velcro along it, so it catches as it goes. And we tie it down. We just packed our wound. Now we can go back, hands-free, and find other casualties, find other injuries to treat.
So, one of the things I like about that pressure dressing is that it does have the Velcro on it.
It does.
So, what's cool about this, here, I'm gonna move this here. I had a guy tell me one time, he goes, you have the best information and the worst production value.
Oh, perfect.
And I was like, good, I'm winning then. That's what I want. So what's cool about this is it does have the clip, like the Israeli bandages here, but it also has tons of hook and loop in here. So as you're pulling this tight, you can take that loop and stick it on, or that hook rather, and it'll stick. And now I'm not trying to fumble with this and get it hooked. And so that's why we use the North American Rescue pressure dressings versus some of the other stuff that's out there. Wound packing is in junctional areas.
Junction, so you think where your head meets your torso, arms, down here in the legs.
Cool.
So heavy bleeding, we can't put a tourniquet on.
Right, and you can also use it in the arms or the legs if you're out of tourniquets.
Correct.
But we shouldn't run out of tourniquets.
Shouldn't run out of tourniquets. Our first choice, arms and legs, will be a tourniquet. Second choice will be wound packing. We can still treat effective in the arms and the legs and stop the bleeding with wound packing, but our fastest first choice is going to be that tourniquet.
Cool, I was going to stick a tampon in there, so...
Tampons don't work. They work what they're designed for. They don't work for massive uncontrolled hemorrhage.
So I should have some of this instead. Okay.
10 square feet of gauze versus 10 centimeters.
Oh, okay.
So you can fill the cavity. Think about, bullet wounds, they go in, it explodes out, makes a large cavity. We want to be able to fill that cavity up and put pressure on the bleeding vessel down the bone.
Awesome.
Will not work in the abdomen.
Right, because there's no backstop.
There's no backstop, there's no structure to put pressure against.
Awesome. So, Tulsa and North Texas, 4-hour stop the bleed dates are up, and the 8-hour civilian TCCC will be on the website soon.
Within a couple days.
Within a couple days.
date will be November 1st.
I don't know. I'll let the director of training speak. So, anyway, go check it out. In the meanwhile, you can get the TCCC trainer kits from our website. We sell them for $15 less than North American Rescue does, and you should get them and practice with them. But it's imperative that you know that you're practicing correctly so that you're not forming bad habits. So you can find Stop the Bleed classes anywhere. StopTheBleed.org, is that correct? Bleedingcontrol.org. This 4-hour class, civilian class, is like Stop the Bleed plus. Most Stop the Bleeds are like hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. This is a 4-hour class. It is the 8-hour curriculum condensed down to 4 hours, and we go over a lot of stuff. So in any event, get training from us or anybody else. Anything to add?
That's it.
Cool.
Train.
Look at these two cuties over here in their polos. Shalom, y'all.